Dark Souls is more deserving than most games of a remaster. Fortunately, having now played through the first hour, which delivers a 1080p 60 frames a second upgrade on PS4 and Xbox One, upscaled to 4K on Pro and X, and 1080p 60 on Switch TV mode, it's clear that Namco Bandai is taking the right approach. Here are 6 reasons why you should be buying the Dark Souls Remaster. One, it feels like you think Dark Souls did. For veterans, this is very important. It's a deeply true cliché that the best video game remasters deliver their efforts invisibly, in order to present their games like your stupid, nostalgia-tinted brain remembers them being, rather than how they actually were. Playing through the remaster, though, is just like playing through your idiotically positive perception of things. In fact, it's even better. This is really important for returning Chosen Undead, because Dark Souls, with its 8 billion levels of New Game Plus, is a game designed to be replayed and reiterated upon over and over and over again. Two, the combat nuances are more immediately easy to enjoy. The boost to 60 frames a second is a revelation. If we're being charitable, the original game sometimes aspired to be 30, and it's testament to the robust, finely honed design of Dark Souls' combat system that it attained clear masterpiece status despite performance issues. In Dark Souls Remastered, though, the quality of that design is laid bare. Every strike, every evasion, every parry, every carefully observed and exploited enemy tail animation, the full detail of Dark Souls' immaculately crafted battle system is now clear from the off. And that makes it more accessible. You'll still get your ass kicked, but you'll understand why you're getting your ass kicked a lot faster now, and learn to improve, hopefully. And that process, after all, is the whole point of Dark Souls. 3. It's now obvious how beautiful Dark Souls always was. True, it was always grim, dank, and brutal, but at the same time, it was always a stunner. And now, thanks to the visual upgrade, every starkingly arresting vista, every intricately grotesque monster, every gleaming, detailed piece of armor, and every warmly reassuring bonfire is now more clear and tangible than it ever has been. Dark Souls has always been one of the most visually distinct and carefully drawn RPG worlds, but in the original release, it takes time to experience and realize that. Now you can appreciate and embrace the unique, bleak beauty of it all right from the off. 4. The mood is amplified. With clearer visuals come amped up atmosphere. Just playing through the first hour of the game, it's obvious. The slow, steady transition from the cold claustrophobia of the undead asylum to the windswept November beauties of the cliffside to the desperate, fleeting sanctuary of the Firelink Shrine was always a quietly powerful opening sequence. In Dark Souls Remastered, it hits even harder, whether you're a first-timer or experiencing it for the first time all over again. 5. The environments are easier to read in all the important ways. Dark Souls has always been as much a multi-layered strategic puzzle game as action RPG, presenting stacks of different, wide-ranging concerns to wrangle with at any given time. The bump to 1080p and 60 frames a second doesn't exactly make Dark Souls easy, heaven forbid, nor is it likely to spare first-timers from any of those hilariously brutal "surprise, fuck you" moments. But it does make appraising and strategizing the bigger picture a fair bit more clear and accessible. Plus, you'll likely notice all those trademark environmental storytelling clues just that little bit earlier. It'll still take novices about 100 hours to piece together what's going on, mind, but hey, Dark Souls. 6. The boss fights feel even more personal. They've always been the most intimate, intimidating, testing, and triumphant moments in Dark Souls. But now the individual personalities, purposes, and meanings of Dark Souls' bosses are clear via the visual upgrade, and the game's cinematic battles have even more weight. Even if that does mean that you'll realise the Taurus demon has a far cuter face than you thought he did. Oh, look at him. Okay, in truth he's somewhere in between a Wampa and an Ewok, though admittedly you'll only notice that as you're plunging fast towards his mug with a downward pointing blade, because, endearing or not, he needs to die. And that's 6 reasons why you should be picking up Dark Souls Remastered. Let us know if you'll be revisiting the game in the comments below, click the boxes on the left for more videos from us, and don't forget to hit that big button in the middle to subscribe for more gaming news, reviews, previews and features right here on Game Radar Plus.